Hello everyone, join me as we make this beautiful turban with lace. This is the measurement I used. Welcome to class. The material that I use here is Duchess, and this piece is right here is for the pleat for our base, for the band I mean. It measures 30 inches by 11. 30 inches by 11.
I hear the beat, it's in my chest.
The next material here is for the body of our turban, and it also measures 30 inches by 14 in two places. 30 inches by 14 in two places. This is on fold. This is also our lace. We'll also be using 30 inches by 14, just one of it, you know. We'll set that aside also. Then this is for our belt. I have two of it. It measures 15 by 4 in two places. And this next three pieces here is for our loop. And the measurement starting from the smallest is 12 inches by 6, 16 and a half inches by 6. Then the last one is 21 and a half by 6.
I hear the beat, it's in my chest. Got me feeling some kind of way.
So this is our crinoline. Eventually I did not use this crinoline. I was trying to look for the 3 inches crinoline. I know I have it somewhere, but because I couldn't find it, I had to use the 6 inches crinoline. I fold it into two and sew, but eventually I was able to find the 3 inches crinoline. It doesn't matter. If you can still use this one if that is what you have. So to form our pleats, a lot of us are familiar with how to form our pleats. Take that pieces for the pleat, fold it into two and just sew in that side first. Then after, you begin to form your pleats. Any number of steps you can form with this is fine, but I think I was able to form 4 or 5 pleats. So that is how we're going to form our pleats. Then we'll come back. You can see our pleat is formed, and I think I was able to get 4 pleats, you know. Please, when you are forming your pleat, ensure that you see how small pieces left that we're going to be attaching the body of our turban with. That's it right there. I'm showing you like an ½ inch extra, you know. So this is the body, and this is what we are going to do. You know, it's on fold. Just make sure that you are turning the wrong side out. Ensure that the wrong right side is inside. So you flip it open just like that. Then place your band, your pleat that you have sewn, place it inside like this. You know, at the edge, align the step to face inside. Then close it, close the other side on it. You can secure with your pins so that it will not start moving. Then you sew it down. Please just sew down on that straight line. Don't sew the two sides. Watch carefully what I will do. I'm going to hold it down with my pin. You can do that also so that it will not start moving. And if you know that you're a professional, you can sew without securing with your pin. That's fine. But I would like to secure with my pin so that I can get a straight line sewing. Eventually, I've secured with my pin, and I'm just going to sew it down.
I hear the beat, it's in my chest.
I'm just trying to explain that. Make sure that your line, the sewing line, is on the first line of, you know, the band. The first line of the band you assume. Ensure that this line also falls on top of that line. Here I'm done sewing, and you can see I've turned it out. This is how our pleats and the body looks like.
I hear the beat, it's in my chest. Got me feeling some kind of way. I confess the rhythm takes.
So the next step here is to get our lace pieces and place it on top of our sewn turban like this. Sorry, just place it on it. This my lace, one side of the lace has this border edge, and I'm trying to make sure that the border edge falls just, at the front, before, just before the pleat, and I will sew it down like that. I will sew a straight line down like that, and also sew the two sides. The sewing of the two sides is optional. If you can leave it, that's fine, because by the time we are closing it, we'll see sew that side. So this is the border line of the lace. But if your lace or the pieces you want to use does not have a border line, this is what you are going to do. Just fold it like half an inch and sew down. But I just want the beauty of that border line. Yoruba people call it etiaje. I want the beauty of that border line to be obvious, to show on my turban. That is why I'm using the side of the border line. So after you have sewn it, you fold and just sew, in a curve form. Another thing I did is to hold it down before sewing the straight line. Before sewing the lace, I made sure I secured with pin so that it should not be moving. I just want a flat laying. I've already sewn it and I've already closed my cap. So what I'm doing here now is to cut off the excess.
I hear the beat, it's in my chest.
After cutting out the excess, I will try to run my gathers, Please don't start your gathers from the band. Don't start from the band. Start just above the band and gather it. I've done that. If you have watched this video up to this extent, I believe and I know you love what you are watching so far. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get more updates when I upload new videos. So the next thing here is I'm trying to sew the belt that I'll be using to tie our turban. I'll just sew the two. Then the 3 loops, this is how we are going to do. You just sew it also. You fold it into 2 and sew the 3. I've sewn my belt and I've also turned it out. Then the side I turned it out from, I've also closed it. You can see. So to attach our belt, this is what we are going to do. We'll get our turban, we'll turn it to the back side where we have our closing line at the back. I told you not to run your gathers from there. So from the line, measure 2.5 inches from the line, away from the line, and sew your belts on it. You can see the format I'm using. That is how you are going to sew it. Do that to the other side. Measure 2.5, and please secure it very, very well, because it's belt, so that by the time we are tying, it does not cut. So this is where we are going to be using our crinoline. Like I told you before, I was able to find the 3 inches crinoline. I've also sewn the 3 loops. I've turned it out. So this is how we are going to pass in our crinoline through the loop. Just pass it the same measurement as the loop. Pass it in and cut out the excess. Do that for the 3 of them. Please don't forget to like, love and share this video, so that others can also see. Please, thank you for doing this for me. I love you so much. Thank you. We'll do this for the 3 loop. I'm trying to cut off the excess. Passing your crinoline through the 3 loops and just fold like this. Fold it at the middle point, to form like a bow. Fold it and use your needle and thread to secure it. I'll be doing that for the 3. Sorry, I forgot to put that we also have a smaller pieces that I'll be using to wrap our loops together, the 3 flowers together. Here you can see I've already attached my belt. And the essence of this is that this can fit all head size. No matter how the size of the person's head is, it will adjust to the person's head. You can see. You tie it and adjust, then you tuck in your belt after tying it. So from the smallest to the biggest, I'm going to be using glue gun to attach our flowers together. I am sorry, the bow together, from the smallest to the biggest, just like you're seeing. I will use the glue gun to gum it together. After that, I will take this small piece to wrap around to close up that place. Please ensure that the last part falls under the finishing parts of the small piece. Ensure it falls right under the loop. Let the finishing part falls under. And this is what we have. I decided to place it at the center of our turban, and this is the end result. Wow, this is beautiful. For the beauty of this to come out, you have to use a turban leaf to lift up that beautiful back. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye.